हेलो एंड वेलकम टू कहिए जनाब। आज हमारे साथ हैं एक्सक्लूसिवली पी चिदम्बरम। पी चिदम्बरम जब से वित्त मंत्री बने हैं उन्होंने कोई फुल लेंथ इंटरव्यू नहीं दिया है। ये पहली बार लोगों से बातचीत कर रहे हैं कि क्या भारत में एक तरह से आर्थिक इमरजेंसी हो सकती थी अगर डॉलर 60 रुपये का हो जाता, और कैसे वो लोगों को सपने दिखा रहे हैं और क्या ये सपने सच होंगे कि नहीं। वेलकम टू द शो। आपने संसद में भोजपुरी बोली, उम्मीद करती हूँ आज हिंदी में बोलेंगे हमारे दर्शकों से।
हिंदी में व्हाट कैन आई से, नमस्कार।
हाँ,
इंटरव्यू करने के लिए शुक्रिया।
मुझे एक चीज़ बताइए कि 1991 हिस्टोरिकल था, क्या 2012 जो आपने सब कुछ किया है क्या हमको उसी तरह यादगार रहेगा?
1991 was a paradigm shift. I don't think you should compare the other spells in which reform was done with 1991. I think 1991 stands apart from all other periods. Today what we are doing is building on what has been achieved over the last 20 years. We have still a long way to go, but I think we are building on what was laid in 1991.
You said we have a long way to go. I'll ask you a very straight question. If the rupee had touched 60 to a dollar, would you have declared a financial emergency? Would we have had to declare a financial emergency?
Well, all I can say is that a lot of people would have asked the question, are you in a state of financial emergency? And
what would the finance minister say?
We could not have ducked an answer. But what I would say is, we averted it. We have taken steps that the rupee will not decline to that level.
आप कह रहे हैं कि अभी हम फाइनेंशियल इमरजेंसी की बात नहीं करें क्योंकि आपने एक तरह से उसको टाल दिया। मैं कहती हूँ, मैं आपसे सवाल पूछती हूँ कि हमने टाला नहीं, जो हुआ है वो ये है कि आप एक तरह से सपनों के सौदागर बन गए। यू बिकम अ ड्रीम मर्चेंट। अभी आप जो कर रहे हैं, you are basically massaging sentiment in the markets.
No, it's completely wrong. In August, we reached a point where we could not wait any longer. The rating agencies had cautioned us that we could go below investment grade. And when they would meet next, or when they would take their decision next, we could not have anticipated that, but we should have been prepared. Secondly, fuel prices had to be corrected.
Absolutely.
We have done the minimal correction of fuel prices. Suppose crude prices had crossed $130 a barrel or $140 a barrel. That would have put so much pressure on us that we would not have had room to move at all. I'm not selling dreams. I'm telling the people the truth. And I'm telling them, this is the bitter truth. These are the things that have to be done. Now, within the space that you allow us, we will do whatever can be done. But there's more to be done.
First of all, और क्या करेंगे आप? और दूसरा, जो आपने की हैं चीज़ें, वो पार्लियामेंट में, अगर आपके साथ अभी ममता बनर्जी आपको छोड़ के चली गई हैं, मुलायम सिंह यादव, मायावती हैं, और भारतीय जनता पार्टी कह रही है कि वो इसका सपोर्ट नहीं करेगी, तो इसीलिए मैं कह रही हूँ कि ये सपने, क्योंकि असल में, असलियत में, हकीकत में क्या हो रहा है?
See, there are some matters on which the BJP has said it will not support us. For example, FDI and multi-brand retail. But let me remind you, the paper on FDI and multi-brand retail was first prepared in the NDA government.
Correct.
And it was discussed by a group of ministers of the NDA government, which included our friends Shri Ashwant Sinha, Shri Jaswant Singh and others. But I take their opposition, that they will not support FDI and multi-brand retail. But Mr. Gadkari has said that they are not opposed to FDI per se. So the insurance bill, the pension bill that follows the insurance bill, in one clause talks about the FDI cap. But all the rest are matters on which the standing committee chaired by Shri Ashwant Singh has reported. We have accepted the recommendations. We have incorporated them. On this one clause, we will sit and talk. I expect that the BJP will support us because their declared position is that they are pro-reform.
जब भी आप वापस आते हैं, पता नहीं क्यों वित्त मंत्रालय में मार्केट्स ऊपर जाते हैं, लेकिन अभी सिर्फ मार्केट्स में वो सेंटिमेंट रिफ्लेक्ट हो रहा है। अगर नहीं हो पाया और फिर से रेटिंग एजेंसीज ने भारत को, क्योंकि अब सिर्फ जंक रह गया है, हमारी इन्वेस्टमेंट ग्रेड अगर फिर से गई तो बहुत सारा निवेश बाहर हो जाएगा, बहुत millions of dollars will flow out of India. तब आप क्या करेंगे?
I don't think there is any danger of a downgrade. Whether we will get an upgrade is a different matter, but there's no fear of a downgrade in my mind at all. We will engage the rating agencies and tell them this is the path that we intend to take. There will be a fiscal correction path announced in the next couple of weeks.
फिजिकल करेक्शन इज एक्सट्रीमली इंपॉर्टेंट, मेनली बिकॉज आपकी जो एक तरह से ऐतिहासिक कैबिनेट मीटिंग में आपने प्लानिंग कमीशन का 2012 का ड्राफ्ट प्लान को भी अप्रूवल दिया। उसमें वो लोग बात कर रहे हैं 8.2% ग्रोथ की, अभी हम लोग ग्रो कर रहे हैं 5.6। मुझे बताइए अगर अगले 3 क्वार्टर में 9% ग्रोथ रेट नहीं हुई तो ये प्लानिंग कमीशन भी पीछे दामन की तरह सपने दिखा रहा है लोगों को।
That is an aspiration and we are fully aware.
क्या प्लानिंग कमीशन को एस्पिरेशन देने चाहिए या असलियत पे बात करनी चाहिए?
Planning commission is intended to put forward before the Indian people ambitious goals and ambitious ideas.
It's the Bollywood of the finance ministry, is it?
Planning commission is not part of the finance ministry. They
I
are
know,
independent.
but I mean, is it your
They're
outreach
independent.
program?
Point is, yes, in the first year we will do rather no more than say 6 or 6.5%. Let's assume.
Very optimistically.
Yeah, that is optimistically.
Yes.
So in the remaining 4 years, we would have to do
9%.
well above 8.7 or
9.
8.8% in order to achieve the average of 8.2.
Absolutely.
But as I said, if investment returns to the 37%, 38% level, which was achieved in 2007-8, growth will be over 8%.
मैं बार-बार जो
Therefore, my immediate goal is,
हाँ,
I'm not deterred by the objective. I have to look at the path towards the objective, the means to achieving that objective. The means are clear. We have to raise investment to 37% of GDP. I will work to achieve that. Once we achieve that, you will find that at the end we have the growth.
पॉपुलर रेकनिंग में आपकी सरकार यूपीए 2 इस देश की सबसे ज़्यादा भ्रष्ट सरकार है। आप मुझे बताइए कि आप उसको कैसे, ये इमेज कैसे चेंज करेंगे और आप करेंगे क्या इसके बारे में?
You see, I think a lot of this cloud of confusion.
Corruption, not confusion.
No, the cloud of confusion about corruption.
Yes.
Is slowly moving away. There is a policy. The accusation is the policy itself was a product of corrupt motives.
Absolutely.
And then there is the implementation of policy where illegalities, irregularities have been detected or suspected. Unfortunately, a section of the media, opposition parties, and to some extent certain functionaries, whatever they did, created this impression that the policy itself was the product of corrupt motives. I think we will be able to erase that impression from the minds of the people. The 2G policy was a policy that predated the UPA government. Take coal allocation. It is a policy that predated the UPA government. Therefore, once we are able to tell the people...
But you will admit there was a huge amount of rent-seeking and kleptocracy.
Just a moment. The policy was not wrong. In the implementation of the policy, yes, there are irregularities. There may have been illegalities. And I've categorically said anyone who's responsible for any irregularity or illegality will be held to account.
But when people say, when the world says, you talked about the Indian media and the opposition, when the Economist says, or the New York Times says, or the New Yorker says that this is a government of kleptocrats and rent seekers, what do you say?
I reject that argument. I don't think they do any independent research. I think the foreign media simply picks whatever appears in the Indian media and writes it in better English.
अभी समय एक छोटे से ब्रेक का, देखते रहिए कहिए जनाब पी चिदम्बरम के साथ। यानी आप अगला इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ेंगे?
अगला इलेक्शन means?
The next general election you will not contest the Lok Sabha.
Well, I don't know.
वेलकम बैक कई जना हम लोग बातचीत कर रहे हैं वित्त मंत्री पी चिदम्बरम से। आर यू वरिड अबाउट द आम आदमी? क्योंकि आम आदमी भी जब देखता है कि मंत्री, एक मिनट, मंत्री जेल में हैं, इतने बड़े घोटाले हुए हैं, तो क्या मेरे देश के वित्त मंत्री को चिंता होती है कि आप जाके उस आम आदमी को ब्यौरा कैसे देंगे?
I agree. The common man is indeed concerned. There is a lot of anguish, there is a lot of angst. He thinks that prices are rising because of corruption. He thinks that services are not being delivered to him because of corruption. Now, I'm not saying corruption is not a contributing factor. If a service is not delivered, it could be because of a corrupt bureaucrat or a civil servant who has to deliver that service. But take, for example, price rise. That's not a product of corruption. If the crude oil price is $112 a barrel, prices will rise. If Australia, which exports coal, puts a tax on coal, price of imported coal will rise and price of electricity will rise. These are not difficult to communicate, but I admit that we have failed to communicate effectively. But if you communicate to the people, as I said, I see my job is telling the people the truth. I must tell them the truth.
आम आदमी कह रहा है कि एलपीजी हो कुछ हो, हमें बार बार झेलना पड़ रहा है, सरकार अपने दोस्तों की मदद कर रही है, रिटेल हो कुछ भी हो, और उसके बाद अब लोग कह रहे हैं कि आपने पहले एक जादू की छड़ी हिलाई थी, नरेगा, और लोन राइट ऑफ हो गया था। अब आप ये सब इसलिए कर रहे हैं क्योंकि 18 महीने में इलेक्शन है और किसी तरह से आपको एक फिर से अपने जिसे कहते हैं अपने डब्बे से, अपने पिटारे से कुछ नया निकालना है इलेक्शन जीतने के लिए, तो आप फूड बिल ला रहे हैं। आपकी एक मिनट, आपकी अपनी सरकार में केलकर कमेटी ने कहा है कि वो नहीं होना चाहिए, आप क्या कहते हैं?
In 2008-9 we were recovering from an international crisis. At that time we promised the food security bill in our manifesto. Now the last 2 years,
can we afford it?
Well, we may not be able to afford it in the sense that we can roll it out very quickly. The idea that every family must have a certain quantity of food grain is an idea that has a universal resonance. It cannot be rejected. I dare any political party to stand up and reject that idea. It cannot be done. But when we roll it out, we keep Kelkar's caution in mind. This is a difficult year. How are you going to roll it out? But I'm absolutely confident we will be able to roll it out before the end of the financial year, and we will roll it out over the next financial year. And when we roll it out, we'll certainly keep in mind the constraints, but perhaps with some luck and some good governance, many of these constraints will be dissolved.
And that time luck will also be a general election.
Well, the general election is on a prefixed date, once in 5 years. I can even tell you the possible date on which polling will take place.
आम आदमी अगर जब अपनी थाली की तरफ देखता है तो रोटी हो, दाल हो, चावल हो, उसकी कीमतें आसमान में जा रही हैं। फिर वो कहता है कि सरकार तो कुछ कर नहीं रही, और लगता है कि आप में और आरबीआई में भी बहुत अनबन है। आप इसके बारे में क्या कहेंगे?
Food inflation is the result of mismatch between supply and demand.
इस देश में किसान को, मान लीजिए कोई अगर वो उसको 2 रुपये मिलता है तो वही एक बिचौलिया यानी एक मिडिल मैन 15 रुपए का मंडी में बेचता है, तो उस फार्मर को भी कुछ नहीं मिलता और सरकार कुछ नहीं कर रही।
I agree, but the sarkar, what is the sarkar there? See, people must differentiate between sarkar at the center and sarkar in the state. Many of these things have to be done by the sarkar in the state. For example, I gave you 2 examples. We allow import of pulses, we subsidize it. We allow import of edible oil, we'll subsidize it. But if a state government says, I will not take advantage of the scheme, how can the subsidized pulses or subsidized edible oil go to the PDS in that state? Many of these things require 2 hands to join together. My approach is, if we want to do something which is uniform throughout the country, let's announce the policy. If a law is necessary, let's make the law. If it can be done by an executive scheme, let's make the scheme. Go to the people and tell them, this is the scheme, this is the law. If a state wants to take advantage of it, let it take advantage of it. If the state rejects it, then the responsibility is that of the state.
अगर आप जो सब कह रहे हैं, सब कुछ सही हो गया, अच्छा हो गया, आपके पहले जो
सब कुछ अच्छी has not become yet. We have to take many more steps. I think we have communicated to the people the imperative of these steps, but many more steps have to be
नहीं, मैं
taken.
आपसे अगर सीधा सवाल पूछूं कि आपसे पहले जो वित्त मंत्री थे, एक लगता था, और ये सिर्फ मैं ही नहीं कह रही, इंडस्ट्री कह रही थी, कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर कह रहा था, बैंकिंग सेक्टर कह रहा था कि एक तरह से 70s का इंस्पेक्टर राज वापस आ गया था। मैं वोडाफोन की बात कर रही हूँ, मैं GAAR की बात कर रही हूँ। आप लोगों की सरकार एक पॉलिसी पैरालिसिस तो थी ही, और एक 70s की मेंटालिटी थी कि जो बिजनेस है वो बदमाशी कर रहा है। इस पे आप क्या कहेंगे?
I think the problem in Vodafone was the High Court held in favor of the government. The Supreme Court reversed it. Now, in a sense, we were caught unawares. We thought that the Supreme Court may affirm the High Court judgment. And therefore, the law that came after the Supreme Court judgment is seen as, in many quarters, is seen as an extreme step,
Exactly.
and therefore has sent wrong signals. That is why we have agreed to take a second look at it. I had referred it to the Shom Committee. The Shom Committee has given its report, and I will move forward.
प्रधानमंत्री 80 साल के हो गए हैं, पूरी कैबिनेट काफ़ी एक तरह से एक उम्र है, देश की डेमोग्राफिक्स वो रिफ्लेक्ट नहीं करती। आपको लगता है कि कुछ बदलाव होना चाहिए?
No, I entirely agree.
पहली बार सहमत
I
हैं आप?
entirely agree, and I would be the first to offer my seat to anyone younger. In fact, I have always advocated younger people should come into government.
यानी आप अगला इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ेंगे?
Agla election means?
The next general election you will not contest the Lok Sabha?
Well, I don't know. I think there are many other things that I would like to do in life. Life is limited. So we'll take a call when the elections are announced.
How much are you enjoying being back in the finance ministry? Country is happy.
Well, this is a difficult time.
Yeah.
This is a difficult time. But I'm happy that the response is good. I'm happy that erstwhile critics have recognized the correctness of the decisions that we have taken. I'm happy that the media is responding more favorably. But as I said, we have still a number of things to do. We have a long way to go. I will continue to tell the people the truth, and I will lay out before them what needs to be done. But we will do only what can be done.
तो ये थे पी चिदम्बरम, कह रहे हैं मैं सच बोल रहा हूँ, लोगों को बरगला नहीं रहा, सपने नहीं दिखा रहा। देखते हैं हम लोगों के लिए सच कितना लाभदायक होता है। थैंक यू सो मच फॉर वॉचिंग। ये पूरा शो आप zeenews.com पर भी देख सकते हैं। थैंक यू एंड गुड नाइट।